in this video, we're going to do a walkthrough of how to identify and label person, tense, and number. In sentences, we're going to first go from English to Latin and then from Latin to English. So the first thing we want to do is look for the pronoun in English, and we see that it's y'all. We know in our class that y'all is second person and it's plural. So if you take a look, you got the are plowing. Are plowing is happening right now, so it is in the present tense. If you go down to your first and second present tense and you go to the second person plural, you'll see the tis ending. So no matter what we do, we're going to put a tis ending on it. So aro, arare, arawi, aratum, second principal part is arare. Take off the re. We have ara, and then the ending that we're going to put on it is a tis, aratis. Simple as that. Next one we're going to do is we will rule. Again, the pronoun, you take a look at the pronoun, it's we. We know that it is first person and it is plural. So we put first person plural down. The rest of the sentence, will rule, tells us that it is future tense. So if we look at first person plural, we go to first person plural and bimus. Bimus will be our ending. Now, we know that regno, regnare is the word to rule or to reign. If you go to the second principal part and take off the ra, you've got regna as your verb stem. You go down to your bimus and add your bimus. We will rule. All right, the next one was I was calling. And you look at the I, you can see that that's first person. We know that I is always singular. Take a look at the verb, was calling. We see that that's imperfect. Was or were with an ing. So you're going to label it imp for imperfect. Now, to find your first person singular, imperfect, it's right there. Bomb. So we know no matter what you do, it's going to be having bomb ending on it. And we know that call is woko, wokare. Second principal part, wokare, take off the re, you got woka, and then you add your ending, woka bomb. All right, so we're going to do this the opposite way. The first thing that we notice is that there's a known. Known means not, so you can write that right over the top so you don't forget. And when you put it into the English, you have to make good English sense. Second thing is you're going to look at the verb ending all the way back to bot. So bot tells us that it is actually imperfect. You find your bot ending. Bot ending, if you go over, it's third singular. So you can actually label that third singular, and we see that it's imperfect. You know that rogo, rogare means to ask. And we know that third is he, she, or it was asking. You need to pick one of those because we don't speak like he, she, it was asking. We use one pronoun at a time. So I'm going to use she was, and now this is the right place to put not in there. You don't say she not was asking. We don't say she was asking not. We say she was not asking. It goes right in front of the verb, the ing verb, just like in English. All right, the next one, ambulabas. So, ambulas. Ambulas, we look at for the ending. The ending is just an S. That's it. And we go here. The only place it's just an S is first and second present tense. And it's second person singular. So we know that it is second singular and present tense. We know that ambulo, ambulare means to walk, and to make the pronoun that goes with second singular is you walk. Make it present tense. You could also say you are walking, and that is totally fine too. Both of those. Remember, we also can say you do walk. The shortest one, of course, is you walk. Now, our last one, it has a couple of things on it first. Do you notice the NE here? NE turns something in Latin to a question because even though I put a question mark at the end of there, the Romans didn't use punctuation. So we know that no matter what we do, we're going to have a question mark at the end. And so once you see that, you can ignore the NE and now look for the ending. The ending is pretty long here. It's bunt. And if you go to your charts, you'll see that bunt is all the way down here in future tense. It is third plural. So that's what we're going to label it. Third plural future tense. And when you label these, you can label them in any order. You don't have to label person, number, and tense. That doesn't matter. This all labeling is just for you. Okay, so laboro, laborare means to work. So we have the question. If you don't know how to turn it into a question, turn it into a statement first. And we know that bunt is they, and we know that labora is work. However, and we have to turn it into a question. So in English, what we have is we always put actually we're going to put they will work in here because it's future tense. In English, we always start a question either with a question word like how, when, where, why, or we start it with a helping verb. So in order to turn they will work into a question, we need to put the helping verb first. So it becomes will they work? And as I said, sometimes it's easier to make it a statement first and then rearrange the words to make it into a question.